Yeah, we're recording.
Great. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys were able to join us for our call last night where we shared our stories. But tonight we're going to be talking about the Freedom Blueprint. So what actually is this business opportunity and what's involved in it? So tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about what is residual income and how it works with the Freedom Blueprint. We're going to be talking about why we chose doTERRA. We're going to be talking about some steps for success. We're going to be doing an overview of the compensation plan and also how to make an impact and get started. So thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get started now. Okay, Erin, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. So one of the things we talk about a lot in this business is, I guess, the phrase of, are you building a pipeline? And what we basically mean by that is, how are you going to create financial freedom? And you heard quite a few of us talk about it last night, about how we've been able to step away from our business and still make an income, whereas a lot of people in their businesses, in traditional businesses, are not able to step away, because as soon as they step away and stop working, the money stops coming in as well. So Seth Rizame is one of the founders of doTERRA, and he actually heard this story when he was in college, and it's something that he's always tried to build his businesses on. And basically it's a story about a man who, you know, they lived in a small village and their water source was kilometres away from the village. So there was one guy who basically put a yoke on his back and attached 2 buckets to it and used to walk down to that water source, bring back the buckets of water and sell the water. So he had a really stable business. There was certainly demand for what he was selling. There was plenty of people who needed water. So he continued to spend his days walking backwards and forwards delivering the water. So when he wanted to make more money, he basically did more trips to the water source. And then what happened was another man came along and he decided, well, there's still plenty of demand, I'm going to do the same thing. But instead of working really hard all day, he would say work for half a day, make a good income from the water, but he'd spend the rest of his day starting to build a pipeline. So obviously the time he spent building this pipeline, digging up the dirt, laying down these pipes, he wasn't actually getting paid for. So they did this year after year, and the first man obviously made a better income than the second man, but after a few years, the second man was able to finish building his pipeline, and he basically attached a tap to the end of that pipeline, and when he was able to turn it on, he had this continual stream of water. He had still plenty of demand for the water because everyone that was in that village still needed it, but the water was fresher, it was cleaner, it was better, and he was no longer having to trade basically his hours for money like he had in the past. And so we always use this, I guess, as a metaphor in our own businesses, because we could be like what most people do if they're employees. You can go to work and get paid for your hours, get paid money for the hours that you work. Or we talk about a business like this where we're talking about building your pipeline. So you might still be working as an employee while you're building your pipeline or while you're running your doTERRA business. But what we want to do is to create that financial freedom so that eventually when we are working in our doTERRA businesses, we have that continual residual income, that income that will keep coming in, and, you know, we'll get paid for the work that we've done, the hard work that we've done along the way. And that's certainly the way doTERRA's compensation plan is designed as well. Can you change slides, please, Carl? So it's a good opportunity for you to have a look at your life and what you're trying to create in your life. So at the moment, are you hauling buckets? Are you trading hours for dollars? If you want to work, if you want to earn more income, do you just have to work more hours? Because we all have the same amount of hours in a day, and there's only so much that we can work. And that's where a lot of people are capped, I guess, on the amount of money they can earn, or the amount of time that they have, because if they want to earn more money, they have to spend more time. And so then when we look at, are you building a pipeline? Have you got a true lasting residual income where there is no cap, there's no limit to how much you can make? And that's one of the other things that's pretty incredible about doTERRA, even when you compare doTERRA's compensation plan to other network marketing companies. A lot of other network marketing companies or direct selling companies actually cap your income. So you can't earn more than $150,000 a year, whereas doTERRA have no cap on the amount you can earn. And in doTERRA, you earn multiple millions of dollars every year. And that's pretty amazing to think that, you know, depending on what you want to create, the sky's the limit in what you can do. One of the great things as well about building a pipeline is you have the freedom to choose your schedule. You're not having to trade your hours for dollars. And so if you've got a family, if you've got other work, if you've got other commitments, other passions, you can choose when you want to build this business and the way that you want to build it. So yeah, I'd really, really ask that you look really deep into your life, whether you're hauling buckets or whether you're building a pipeline, and actually what you want your future to look like.
Great, thanks. Alicia, you're going to be next. And could everybody please check that they're muted, just because there's a bit of feedback coming back from other people that are not muted. But Alicia, go for it.
Thanks. So this slide here is just giving you a very tiny glimpse into why you might want to choose doTERRA to partner with. Obviously your time is very valuable, and any extra thing you're doing to take you away needs to be the right thing for you. So I could spend a long time on this, because doTERRA, there's so many things that make it special. But one is our essential oils. They're CPTG. That's a coin that a phrase we coined, because there really is no proper standard and there isn't much management around it. So there be a higher standard set, and that's what we created. So Terra, oh, that's very bad, isn't it? That feedback. The is third-party tested and has the highest grade of testing of the essential oils to make sure that it is pure, 100% pure essential oil with no fillers and no synthetics. We do know a lot of essential oil companies say that there's a pure, but unfortunately it's just not true. A lot of them do have synthetics, are synthetically recreated or have artificial fillers in them. And the testing that they do just aren't equipped to pick that up today, because you can synthetically recreate an essential oil in a lab and it can look, under a microscope, it can look exactly the same. So that is really what doTERRA primarily is based around. That is the core of doTERRA, is having the best essential oils. The doTERRA difference, so you'll see there the 65% record-breaking retention rate. So what a retention rate is a return customer basis. So that's customers who buy our essential oils, 65% of them will return regularly. So the industry of network marketing, the standard is a little bit under 15% return customer basis, whereas doTERRA's is actually, this is a modest figure, it's actually between 65 and 70% of customers return. And the reason for that is, as we all know, well, most of us, if we've used the oils, people buy them hoping they work, and they soon find out that they're life-changing and that it's something they need in their life, and they keep coming back. It's a consumable product, and it's quite life-changing. So people do, they just keep coming back, and that's where we get our pipeline, our residual income. So once we've sold the oils to one person, that person keeps coming back, and you're not even selling it to them anymore. They just fall in love with it naturally. So there's the most direct selling companies. It's just talking about the culture that we have. So we don't have that yucky selling the business and recruiting as our forefront. It really is about sharing the essential oils with people. Obviously, sharing the business is important too, because it's incredible, but it really is a company that's selling a beautiful product. That's where our commissions come from. Just like any brick and mortar business, is people loving something and wanting to buy it. And we really do not have that icky stigma that sometimes is attached with some network marketing companies, and we pride ourselves on upholding that. Proven growth. So you'll see there a graph of doTERRA's growth. They became a multi-billion-dollar company in 7 years, and it's growing rapidly and forecast to keep growing. So it's still a baby business, so we've really jumped in a really amazing time, and it's in the health industry, and the health industry is not going anywhere. The health industry is a $1 trillion industry, and we're a part of that. And you probably have seen a shift in health these days with people looking for something different, and people are searching for that, and doTERRA is quite often people's answer for that. So the product that we're selling is really appealing to every single person on the planet, from babies to the elderly, men, women, businesses, homes. There really is no one and no business that doesn't need it in their life in some way. So there's the founders that run the company. If you ever get a chance, or if you decide to do this, you're going to figure out how incredibly ethical, heart-centered, and truly amazing these humans are, and how much they want the best for everybody, and how much they want us to succeed and are happy to help us to do that. Changing the world. So doTERRA, a big part of what makes doTERRA special is our co-impact sourcing and our Healing Hands Foundation. So we're involved in running our own charities, as well as being a part of some other charities such as Operation Underground Railroad, which is child sex trafficking. We work heavily with them, and a few others. But Healing Hands is our foundation. And if you get in this business like Kim and her husband, and I've had the opportunity, but I haven't taken it up yet, you get the opportunity to travel and be a part of these foundations, helping build schools and hospitals, and providing healthcare and clean drinking water and safe working environments and things like that to the people who work and grow our beautiful oils, and most importantly, giving them well above fair wages. So most wages, when doTERRA take over, will start commissioning them for their oils. We sometimes triple and quadruple, and their pays just significantly rise. So that's really important to us. And yeah, so I could keep going with this, but we'll move on to the next slide.
Thank you so much, Leash. That was awesome. So I want to talk a little bit about with doTERRA, what are the simple steps of growing a business? So firstly and foremost, it is just using your oils. So when you start using your oils, you truly understand how amazing and how powerful they are. So when I first got my oils, I started using them right away. And I definitely knew that there was something really, really special about these. And if you've tried your oils already, you'll absolutely know exactly what I'm talking about. So with us using the oils, we share the oils with our passion to other people. And that's where a really simple, which is Success to Simple, comes into place, a simple system that we call Pipes. So Pipes is a system that doTERRA have put together to help show us a simple way of sharing our oils and growing our doTERRA business. So PIPE stands for Please Prepare. So preparing yourself and preparing your presentation, perhaps creating some small samples to share with your friends and your family so they can experience the oils, or prepare yourself to have some oils on hand to be sharing with other people. Our I in PIPE stands for invite. So invite people to experience them, invite people to have a class, invite people to come to a class, invite people to use the oils, to learn how to use the oils. And just keeping the business to a simple system like this is all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be confusing. It just sticks to this simple system. So the next thing you do once you've invited someone, you present to them. So has everyone been to a class, or has everyone here, just write in the comments or put your hand up, has everyone had the oils presented to them? Like that's how hi Stella. So has everyone, I did, Kim came and showed me the oils. And I'm so grateful for that, because if I hadn't had the oils presented to me, I never would have known any further. Also, with presenting, it's great to present the business opportunity as well, because I am forever grateful, and so many others that have walked this road with me have been really grateful to have had the opportunity. So just sharing your oils, sharing the business opportunity. Then our E goes into to enroll. So enrolling people. So getting them started with their oils, getting their oils into their home, allowing them to start using them. And then we support them. Our S is our support. So we support them on their journey however they need. And as Alicia was sharing a little bit earlier, our business has a very high retention rate. And that is because we are so passionate about our oils and our business, and we support people, which means that they continue to purchase and people continue to want to do this as a business. So we'll just go on to the next one, Carla. So this is it. Once we've used our oils, we want to start sharing them, yeah? So sharing them, allow other people to use them, allow other people to smell them, to touch them, to taste them in our food. And allow them to share it with their friends and family. So this is a way that we can earn an income with doTERRA, is by sharing the oils. And then allowing ourselves to teach them how to teach others. So perhaps running a class for somebody and allowing them to then learn how to host a class, making it something that they can duplicate, as simple as I'll teach you and you teach someone else. So it's a very simple method, and quite often I found myself sometimes like, okay, well this has to be hard, but it actually never is. And when I take it back to basics and do the action stuff and just do the pipes, it's actually really, really simple and a beautiful way to allow others to be lifting themselves up with the opportunity as well.
Thanks, Anne. So this is a snapshot of the ranks and what's required to achieve it. And then underneath that, you'll see the coloured rainbow graph is where most of our income comes from. So there is a much more informative but complicated compensation plan, which if you decide you want to learn more about it, go to the person that sent you here and they will work you through it. But I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse of it. So for you to get an idea of the ranks, you'll see the big dots there. So the first one at the bottom there in the yellow is E, Elite. There's actually a couple of smaller ranks before that, but this is the one we tend to aim for in the beginning if you're doing the business. Elite. So in order for you to hit this rank, you'll see the 3K underneath that. That means if you sell 3,000 PV, and these are all PV value, there's a points value for everything. It's close to dollar value, it's slightly under. So if you and your team and your customers buy 3,000 PVs worth of product that month, you hit elite. Now that sounds like a lot to sell in a month, and a lot of people here have done it, but keep in mind that this also means, let's say you've been doing it for 3 months, every workshop you've had in previous months, like we said about the retention rate, those people are logging back into their accounts and buying other oils. Perhaps you've found a team member who would like to do the business with you. It's all the things they sell as well. It's your LRP and your order. It's a combination of all these things create your monthly PV. So if you hit, PV means personal volume. So if you hit 3,000 PV that month, combined with all your team and everything, you hit elite. So that is pretty achievable, right? We can do that. Anyone can do that, I would say. It may take time. Some people won't do it in their first, some may not even do it in 3 months, but it is completely achievable for anybody to do that. So past that is Premier. Premier is a rank where by this point you'd like to have 2 legs. So 2 people, try and find 2 people and then start. When you get a new customer, you have to place them somewhere in your organization. So if you can get, we'll learn about placements more later, so I won't get into that too much. But when you've got 2 legs underneath you and both of those legs hit executive, which is the rank before elite, executive is 2,000 PV each. And your whole team volume has to equal 5,000. So one could be 3,000, the other one could be 2,000. They could both be 2,500, but the combined total needs to be 5,000. Then that hits you at Premier. So that's Premier. Next is Silver. So Silver is really when you start making quite a good income. And Silver, you'll see underneath it the 3 E's. So if you can get 3 legs at this point, doing what you did. So remember back at the start we talked about elite. You can achieve that. If you can find 3 other people who love the oils and decide they want to do it with you, and they can all achieve that too. We've already discussed it. That's quite achievable for them to do that. They can get to 3,000 each. Once they do that, you're Silver. And Silver is, what is that? Is it 26,000 a year on average? Yeah. So that's when you're really starting to get into the leadership ranks. In doTERRA, that's what we call a leadership rank. And all you need to do is help 3 people do what we said at the beginning, that you get into elite. You just need to duplicate that. Gold is then, so you've got your 3 people. They're obviously coming along on the journey with you, and they are wanting to rank advance. So when those 3 people get to Premier, which we discussed before, it's the rank after elite, when they're working towards their goals and then they rank advance one rank to Premier, that makes you Gold rank. Gold rank is a full-time, or most people's full-time income. It's just short of 60,000 average a year. So these are averages. So it's not an income. It's based on products being sold. So it can vary, but I've found it to be pretty true. So now you're a Gold and your 3 team members are Premier. They're on the cusp of becoming Silver. So they want to keep building to Silver and you're helping them. When all 3 of those people rank advance again to Silver, and we discussed Silver before, all they need to do is find their 3 people and get them to elite, which is totally achievable. Elite's totally achievable. So if they can then duplicate that, you are a Platinum. And a Platinum is the first 6-figure income. It's over 100,000 average per year, and that's the Platinum rank. So past that, you will start seeing there's more than 3 legs. So to get to Diamond, you then have to recreate a new Silver leg, which is about 200,000 a year. to go to blue, you need to build yet another leg, so you'd need 5 legs and get them all to gold. Blue diamond, I think, is about 400,000 a year. Kim, correct me. And then presidential, you build a 6th leg, and that's about 1.3 million a year, which is what Kim is. Kim's a presidential diamond. I'm a diamond, and all I did is I got myself to elite, and then I kept doing what I was doing to get to elite, and I found my 3 people to do it with me, and then I got them to get themselves to elite, and then I taught them to do exactly what I did, and then they went out and found their 3 and got them to elite, and then all of a sudden I was platinum, and so forth. When you start looking right at the end, it can seem like a big journey, but as long as you do the pipes, like what Annie said, as long as you're sharing the oils, supporting your customers, it does truly happen. People keep logging back into their accounts and they really love the oils, and it's a product that is just so incredibly on trend and consumable. People just love it and it works for them, so they just keep coming back. So it really does work. Then the income graph below that, you'll find in the first few ranks, your fast start tends to be the most income you get, and fast start's the income you make from selling the oils, such as in workshops and classes and face-to-face, and you get a percentage back. And then you'll find as you start getting towards the diamond, blue diamond, presidential diamond, you'll see that big green and yellow section. That's uni level, so that's repeat customers. That's that 65 to 70% retention rate where you talked about. Past that point, when you're up there, you have so many customers who aren't being sold to anymore. They just had the oil shared to them once and they loved them and said yes, and then those people keep coming back so much that it can create a $1.3 million income, and that's the average. And that's the power of the product that we have to offer people. So that is such a small glimpse. There's so much more which your upline, whoever sent you here, can really sit down with you and really teach you so you feel confident about it. Thank you.
Awesome. So I get to talk about my favourite bit, which is changing lives and creating an income along the way. I'm sure most of you here are here for exactly the same reason as we all, like as the girls that have already spoken, got to be here as well. We all had an experience with the oils that changed our life in some way, shape or form. And we didn't just see the potential for it for our own families, for the people that we love, but we see the potential in this changing other people's lives as well. So each of us has the opportunity to create and live the life we desire. With doTERRA, you can build an abundant financial pipeline to allow yourself to be free to give. So I think this is so beautiful, and it's something that really speaks to my heart, is the pay it forward. Sharing is caring, and I'm 100% certain that you guys that are on the call tonight are here because you do want to be able to, you know, pay that forward to other people and give them the experiences that you've had with the oils, because you know how much they can help people, which is just beautiful. So in doing this, what I love about it is you get to change your life by using the oils. You get to change other people's lives by sharing the oils and teaching them how to use them. And you also get to change your life in the process in terms of the possibilities for your future, whether that's financial future, time, and how you choose to spend that time, and just creating memories with your family. So it's so exciting. Even just this picture gets me frothing on just what life can be. So for me, just like excuse me, Alicia was saying, I'm also a diamond, and for me, having ranked to diamond, that you would have heard me touch on this last night, it's really just enabled us to dream so much bigger, because we don't have that sort of cap on what's a potential, what's a possibility in our life anymore. I sit here looking at those people on the screen, they're just like, yes, that is like, the world is your oyster. It's so exciting. So we'll go on to this one here. So this is where I'd love for you guys to have a little think about what would make the biggest impact in your life. So this can be broken down into 3 sections, as you can see. Earning more, working smarter, or doing what you love. So earning more, you could have, and everybody's different. So I've got women in my team who do this for a number of different reasons. Some people have a really strong desire to get out of financial debt and create this abundance in wealth. Some people just want to spend more time with their family. So it's going to look different for all of you, but it's really important to have a think before you start jumping in. What would make the biggest impact in your life, and how can you see doTERRA changing things for the better? So it could be about becoming debt-free, paying off that credit card. And, you know, at the start, for me, it was having some extra money that we weren't living week to week in terms of what was coming in. And obviously it's grown from there, and holidays and, you know, saying yes to the kids when they want more opportunities, and that's up to you. But so many possibilities. Charitable giving is another one. You can see some there. So I can't actually see the chat. So can you guys see the chat at all? Yep. Yes? No? Yep, you can. So if you feel comfortable sharing, I'd love for you guys to type in what would make the biggest impact in your life. Any particular, is there one area? It might be working smarter. It might be, you know, building my dreams, self-improvement, or knuckle down to the nitty-gritty of it all. I'd love for you to type in. And I'm going to unmute Alicia. If you want to share if any come through.
Sure.
So we also talked, the other section is time freedom. And Erin touched on this at the start, talking about the financial pipeline and building that pipeline. And that's just something that, until you experience it, it's something like no other. Like being able to really be your own boss in your own life is pretty incredible. Building your own dreams. Travel, I'm a bit of a travel bug. I love it. I love seeing the world, and also being able to spend more time with my family. So there are a few. We've got some dots coming in. That's awesome. Yeah. It's like raining dots. That's very cool. Travel, self-improvement, time freedom, spending time with your family. Absolutely. One of the girls in my team actually said she was dropping the kids off at school the other day, and she was going away for a training event that we had with doTERRA, and one of her friends said, this is one of the school mums said, I didn't know you worked, because she's always at the school gate. She's always there for her kids. But here she is working away in her own time. It's not impacting the time that she spends with her family. And the school mums were just like, what? You've got a job? It's pretty awesome. Awesome.
I've got some here. Building our dream family lifestyle, spend more time with my family, doing things that we love. Financial freedom for us and our family. Half the family are overseas. Being a role model for the grandkids. They need to know they can achieve their dreams. Thanks, Bev. It's not there, but just to empower others. Self-improvement by learning and helping others. Thanks, Toby.
So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, guys. That's fantastic. So exciting. I'll click on bye.
Okay, this is where I kind of get to sort of rein it all in and get to talk to you guys about, you know, the time that it might take for you guys to build an amazing empire. So partner with doTERRA and get where you want to be. So basically we all have really different lives, and
and this business can fit in and can work in any schedule that you have. So if you guys were on last night, I've done this business through university, where I really needed a really flexible schedule, and I've done it with kids. I've also done it when I've been working full-time plus had part-time jobs. So you can fit this in wherever you like, and that's the beauty of it because of the flexible hours. So paying for your product. So Alicia described beautifully before about the career plan. So paying for your product, you're looking at the first couple of levels that she described, Elite and Premier. I have a lot of girls, I know just for myself who started in July, a lot of girls reached Elite and Premier in their first months, which was really awesome. And just to sort of give you an overview of what Elite looks like, Alicia sort of was saying about the 3,000 organisation volume. So you plus the others doing 3,000 in your team. That's about 6 workshops on average, which is really hugely achievable just to do yourself. So that's really cool. That's about 3 to 5 hours a week, you know, and we'll give you the tools and advice and the coaching on what to do in those hours, in those times. So yeah, so you don't have to have any experience or anything like that. We will help you. Basically, it's doing the pipes, as Anastasia mentioned before, and it's just mainly it's just really sharing the oils with people and scheduling more appointments to share the oils with people. That's pretty much what we do. So in that time, so that paying for your product, supplementing your income, you're looking at, you know, the ranks of silver and gold. So for myself, I've got quite a few silvers in my team and loads of elites already in a short time. So it's very achievable to hit these ranks in a very, very short time. You're looking at, and these are American dollars as well, around about the $1,000 to close to $5,000 a month, which is really awesome. So that's American dollar that it says down the bottom. So about 10 to 15 hours a week. And if you're working full time or if you've got kids or anything like that, I used to put aside just an hour or two in the evenings just on my business. That was really, really easy to do. You know, if you are a mum who has kids and you drop them off to soccer or whatever like that, you can always find 5-10 minutes to make a quick call or to send a quick message. You know, you can fit this, you can wrap it around your life. Anything that you do in your life right now, it can be wrapped around that. So, which is really awesome. And the level of gold, you know, so many people actually, that's when they start thinking, you know, that they start quitting their jobs and all of those sorts of things, which is really cool. And that looks like about 30 workshops, 30 average workshops, which is not massive when you've got a team of people all doing workshops that month. So that's really, really achievable. So next slide. So replacing your income. So these levels here are obviously really exciting. You're looking at around about the $5,000 to almost $17,000 US, which is really awesome. You know, that, you know, I think a lot of people set out not to achieve that and don't think that they would ever get there, but it is such an amazing thing to see so many people hit those ranks and be able to quit their jobs. So many people in this industry have not just quit their jobs, but they've retired their husbands as well, which just blows my mind and is my next goal. I've got a hubby who's a Sparky and he's on call and stuff constantly, which is a pain in the bum. So that will be amazing to be able to do that. And that's very real for us with doTERRA. It hasn't been, I've been in the industry for a while and it hasn't been real for us before, but it is now. And you know, if you have a look at that too, it's looking at 15 to 30 hours a week, and you're talking income that is well above a full-time, you know, 40-hour a week job. And most people these days are doing well over the 40 hours for the full-time income. So that is a really, really flexible lifestyle for yourself and your family. So yeah, very exciting.
Great. Thank you, Kylie. Thanks for doing that overview. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining this call. I guess what the next step is now is, if you're interested in getting started, if you don't currently have doTERRA oils or you don't have an account, please just reach out to the person that sent you to this webinar, and they will be able to support you. So the next step is just to get these oils in your life if you don't already have them. We want you to get them into your home and start using them and start enjoying them, and learning all you can about the oils, so then you can start sharing them with other people. I just wanted to thank our beautiful leaders for jumping on these 2 calls. As you would have seen last night, we shared our stories, and you would know by now that we are just everyday women. We are mums. We have all got a varied range of backgrounds, but we're all on the same path to be able to grow our financial stability and our future for our family and our legacy that we're growing. So I've known most of these women before doTERRA. Alicia is obviously my sister. Anastasia is a friend that I've known since primary school, since we were very, very little. Erin also I've known since I was a child. And Kylie and Carla are beautiful new friends that we've grown to love as well. So it's really easy to find people that want to partner with you, because it's just about sharing your passions with the people close to you, and usually they fall in love with the oils too and want to join you. So we're really excited for you guys, if you're not currently enrolled, to help you get started. And of course, all you beautiful wellness advocates that are already enrolled, we're always here to help you as well. But thank you so much for joining. And if there's any other questions, you're welcome to put them in the chat box down the bottom, or just reach out, and we will stop the recording now. But thank you so much, guys.